I had been struggling with gluten intolerance for 5+ years, and that it was intense. It meant I couldn't eat out anywhere, very difficult to eat at anybody's house. If I accidentally got some sort of sauce, I would be laid out for the rest of the day. The thing that was most impacting my life, though, was adrenal dysfunction, which meant that my body wasn't producing enough cortisol. I would crash around 3 in the afternoon. It was really difficult to take care of my children. I was homeschooling them, but I had what's called brain fog, so I had a hard time organizing my thoughts or thinking ahead of things, and my husband had to stay home he started working from home and helping around the house. And then I also had a shoulder injury that was about a year old, that it started as an injury, what I thought was an injury, but the doctors then told me it was osteoarthritis in my shoulder. I had a growing desire to be healed. So I always wanted all of those things to go away, but the desire within me to just have it finished, to be done, and to walk in wholeness and healing. I had friends that had gone out to Bethel, and one of them had been healed of gluten intolerance. And so this growing desire and hope that the Lord could totally restore me, and he could, bring health and healing to our family because of that. So I told my husband I really wanted to go out to Bethel. We would usually fast and pray at the beginning of every year. So I said, can we go the first weekend in January 2018, and just seek God and ask him to heal me. At the time, it wasn't possible. We didn't have enough money. We needed someone to take care of our kids while we were gone. So I started sharing it with the ladies in my homeschool group and just telling them I believe God wanted us to go. He was going to do something amazing, and I asked them to pray with me on that God would release the finances to go. Those ladies got together and gave us a gift, a financial gift, which made it possible. And then the Lord brought in everything else we needed. He brought in Grandpa from Colorado, which had never happened before, to watch the kids. And when they gave us the gift, they also gave me a necklace, and they had a pendant on it that said hope. And they said they prayed for me and said that they were going to stand in faith with me that God would heal. So we got to Bethel. We went to, it's called the healing rooms. And when it was my turn to be prayed for, the team came and got me. I had written down my 3 needs. And I had also asked God that if he healed me, if he would let me know that he healed me. A lady said that she saw a red and white checkered picnic blanket out on the grass with a picnic basket on top, and a huge baguette sticking out of it. And they asked God, what does that mean? And they felt he wanted to heal someone of gluten intolerance. But he said to them, there's a picnic blanket, and it's red and white checkered, red for my blood, and it's checkered because I wanted to say, check it off your list. And so that really immediately spoke to me, because it was something I really wanted, and I wanted to know that it was done. So they prayed for me, and I knew I was healed of that. Next, the lady on my right had been healed 1 month prior of the same adrenal dysfunction that I had. She had the same symptoms, same problems, and she had been healed. So she encouraged me in her faith and then prayed over me, and I knew that I was healed of that. They knew from my page that I wrote on that I had children, but they didn't know anything other than that. And so one lady said to me, she said, do you have a son named Tom? And my oldest son, who's 7, his name is Thomas. Thomas really struggles with gluten intolerance as well, and in his 7-year-old world, it's a big deal because he can't eat cake at birthday parties and pizza and all of those things that his friends can have, and it's been really hard on him, especially lately. And they said, okay, and they prayed over him. And later, when we went home, he was totally healed of that. So after they prayed for me, I told my husband, let's go have pizza. So we went directly to a pizza place, and we had deep dish pizza. And to me, it tasted delicious, and I had no problems after that. I had more energy than I'd had in years. My husband would fall asleep before I did. I was filled with energy, and since then I haven't had any problems with adrenal fatigue. I can wake up early in the morning, stay up as long as I need to, get the right amount of sleep, and still have plenty of energy. So we went to a class on Sunday morning that they have for people to learn how to hear the voice of the Lord, how the Lord heals, things like that. And there was a gentleman there, he was glowing, and so they had asked everyone, all right, if you hear a word from the Lord on something he wants to do, wants to heal, we just need to stand up and share it. And so he stood up, and he was so excited, and he said, I see a shoulder. God wants to heal a shoulder. And it was for me. They asked me how I was doing, and I was like, well, I don't know. And I was asking the Lord, and he said, I want you to use it. And I love working out. And so the thing that came to my mind on how to use it, which I hadn't been able to do in a long time, was push-ups. So I did push-ups, and I could do it with no pain, which was incredible. And so I had no pain. I can work out. I can lift my kids, and I have no pain in my shoulder anymore.
So your shoulder's also completely healed?
Completely healed.